Yesterday started off so well. I just woke up full of enthusiasm, loads of motivation. I had a purpose. I knew what I was doing. I had a list of things. I basically worked all morning on just working through things that I need to overcome, things that are chewing me up, things that I want to achieve, setting goals, little small steps that I needed to achieve. And I had a purpose. I knew what I was doing. I was focused. I was clear. And I think a lot of this had to do with being introduced to meditation, mindfulness. I've found this app called Headspace, which, to be honest, I thought meditation was a bit poncy, but it works. It just helps me focus my mind. It helps me be clearer. And for a time, it has helped. But things went a little bit awry yesterday by the afternoon. So I'm I'm in Essex. Um, I got a text yesterday, which was the text I didn't want to get. Um, Basically telling me too little, too late. Um, the this thing, the outbursts, the losing control. It's happened too many times. It was quite a hurtful text. Um, it was hard to take, and all the good work I'd done, it kind of hit me like a brick. I tried to call, but a phone call wasn't being taken. So I did the first thing that came to mind. It's the first time I've been decisive about anything really recently. I just jumped on my phone, booked a hotel room, and drove. Good thing is my dad's come with me. My parents insisted that my dad comes with me, which I'm pleased about because it just took my mind off the drive. I actually didn't know what I was coming down to do. Didn't know what I was going to do when I get here. Um, I spoke to my wife on the way down. She was full of rage, full of anger, telling me nothing I can say or do would change what I've done. It's just, this thing has cost me everything. It's absolutely cost me everything, and I was so on the phone. I was so calm, and I think that's a measure of the small battles I've won over the past few days. The little battles that I've fought against myself and overcome. Um, but I managed to explain this thing and actually explain it truthfully, what has been affecting me, what has how this has affected me, what it's been doing to me. I mean, I couldn't apologize enough, and I didn't want to make it sound all about me, because it's not about me as such. It's about the one person who I hold dearest more than anyone else, the one person I would literally die for. But in a roundabout way, the only way I can do something for her is by doing something for me first. And I've got to. It's like Jim Carrey and Bruce Almighty. It's actions rather than words. It's fixing you and showing those people that matter that this thing that I'd become wasn't me. It wasn't my doing. It was something else. It was this beast, this nasty, evil thing that cackles away in the back of my mind. I explained to my wife yesterday on the phone that it's, how do you tell someone that you love and that you care for that you hear voices? How do you tell someone that you love that you see this body, this face, this thing, and it clouds your vision and it takes you over? It makes you sound like a nutcase. It makes you sound like an absolute Fruit Loop. I was too proud. I was too proud to do anything about it. Couldn't tell my in-laws, couldn't tell my parents, couldn't tell my friends, couldn't tell work. Work. What would they think? Oh, we got someone on our payroll that can hear voices. I actually spoke to work yesterday, and to be honest, they've been brilliant, understanding. They put a strategy in place for me. They've told me to take my time, get myself better, look after me, don't worry about work. That's the one thing I'm not stressing about at the moment, is work. My boss has been an absolute legend. That was hard to explain to her exactly what has been affecting me. I can't force people to understand. I can't force people to listen to me. I can't force people to change their mind about me. That's the impatience in me. All I can do is prove to people that I can beat this. I can beat this monster. I can kick it in the nuts. I can kick it in the face. I can kick it back to where it belongs, locked away somewhere, and have a way of dealing with it. The easiest way I can understand, I can explain of what it's like when the black cloak gets its grips into me and takes over the real me, is if you've watched SAS Who Dares Wins on Channel 4, when they're going in for interrogation, they put a hood over them, put earphones on, and put a mask over their face, over their eyes, so they can't hear or see or feel where they're going. That is exactly what it's like. That is what it does. I have no ability to be able to see or do anything. It completely blocks everything out. And it's like me watching TV. I can see what's happening. I can see where it's taking me, and I've got no way of stopping it until it's done its work. And then the damage is done. I'm off to the doctor's this morning. I had a crap night's sleep as well, which didn't help. So I'm feeling a bit low. For once, though, it wasn't that thing keeping me awake. It was actually guilt. It was all the hurt I've caused people, keep me awake, thinking about what I've done, how to fix it, what I'd say to people. I'm facing this head on. I'm not hiding away from it. I've got to face it head on. I've got to get my wife back. A friend of mine asked me to set me a challenge yesterday and said, send me 3 to 5 pictures of things that make you happy. I'm sat up in Northumberland watching the snow coming down, and the only thing I could think of was my wife. So I just sent a picture of her. absolutely lost without her. And this thing has taken her away from me. And it's not going to win. It's not going to win.